Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cricket Castaway. This is the IPL Week 6 review. You joined here by Nishant and Divyansh, who are gonna take you through the action of the entire past week and what an IPL week it was. Hi, Divyansh, how are you?
Hello, hi Nishant. I'm really good. How are you doing? So this was a
Yeah,
really great week to watch, and as we anticipated, the the teams that are at the bottom of the table have come into their own to spoil the party for the front runners of top four. So yeah, that has started happening, and with the first match that happened on this Sunday with GT versus RCB in the home ground of GT, despite GT scoring a competitive total which was at least at par. They couldn't defend even 200 against RCB. So that trend that we were talking about in the last video has started.
yeah. I think the best thing for me that happened throughout the course of last week was that finally we could see some even contest between the bat and the ball. But the past week was a massacre for the bowler. The week before last was a massacre for the bowlers, as we talked about, and it looked like unreal scores were being being scored and chased down, and it was kind of not so healthy to watch that kind of a game. But yeah, this past week I think bowlers pulled up their socks and tried to deliver performances. They didn't buckle down under the pressure of the batsmen, and we've seen a lot of games this week where you could say kind of a normalcy has restored. 200 again looks like a winning total, though it didn't have happen in the first game, but over the course of the week 200 looked like a winning total, and a lot of games which considering the impact of this season won't be considered as high scoring games, where
Yes.
totals are around 170 or 180 were created and defended well. So yeah, I think wholesome week of cricket, really exciting week of cricket. Before we jump straight into the meet with Gujarat versus RCB, what are your opening thoughts of the entire week? What do you think? Because I felt that the pitches that we were discussing have finally started to slow down a bit, and the bowlers, especially the spinners, I think have now started to come in the game.
Yeah, definitely. If we look at the matches happening from Sunday till Friday, so only twice it happened that the teams were able to breach a score of 200. Otherwise, it was more or less on the lines of what we were hoping to see, a 160, 170, 180 game where you are defending by scoring 180, and you are defending that total, sort of what CSK did against SRH at their home ground. So it was lovely to watch bowlers also getting a say in the result of the game. So that was a really a treat to watch, that bowlers have also some kind of a leverage in impacting the result of the match. So yeah, it was good to see.
Yeah. So I mean, this is the kind of I think the game that we would want to see, with at least some sort of a normal competition between bat and ball. We obviously don't want it to go either way. So probably not like 120 is being scored and defended. That is not something that we would look forward to see. Similarly, in that vein, two 270s created and being chased down is also something that we won't want to see. So it has to be an even contest between bat and ball. And that is what has excited me the most for this week. So I think, yeah, moving on to Gujarat versus RCB, straight off the bat. What are your thoughts about this game?
Yeah, definitely. I thought it was a very crucial match for Gujarat to win, but can't help when the opposition team is in such a good batting form, and Will Jacks just hitting Rashid Khan out of the park like it's a child's play. So, on that sort of a day, you can't do much because I don't think Gujarat didn't take too many wrong steps there, but it was just the day of Will Jacks and also Kohli supporting him very well. So, in his own words, after that over of Mohit Sharma, where he scored 20 plus runs, he just became a mere spectator, and Will Jacks took the driver's seat and just took away the game from Gujarat so fast that they couldn't even bat an eyelid. What just happened, and it stunned everybody. So we
Yeah,
are seeing these kind of innings from different Australian players at a very high frequency
yeah,
in this tournament. So like McGurk is there, Will Jacks have now come to the party, and Travis Head is already from the beginning of the since the beginning of the tournament. He's showing his true class. So yeah, it's just the style of attack from Australian openers or Australian players that just change the game for
yeah,
RCB. So yeah,
yeah.
but
I
also
think,
from yeah. So
no, no,
from
go ahead, go ahead.
GT perspective, I was happy to see Sai Sudarshan and Shah Rukh Khan get a chance to perform, and like Nehraji did this after Shah Rukh Khan scored his first 50. So that was a great move from Gujarat to send Shah Rukh Khan up the order after two wickets were down. So that was a smart move, and Shah Rukh Khan delivered on what he promised, since he was not able to get so many chances in Punjab. He used to really come at number 6, 7, so not much left at that time apart from just power hitting. So yeah, great to watch these two youngsters.
Yeah, I think starting from the top for Gujarat, this is probably one of the first times in this season's IPL where I thought the pressure on Shubman Gill showed, and it showed tremendously because this guy scored 16 runs off of 19 balls, and he's an opener, and in that too a world class opener for the Indian cricket side. So not a pretty sight to see, but yeah, he's a young captain. He's gonna grow in his role. But yeah, this time pressure showed a lot on Shubman Gill. He wasn't able to time the ball. He was probably, I thought, in two mindsets. He wanted to play that sheet anchor role. I wanted to stay till the end probably, and he thought that he had enough skills and enough tools in his arsenal to probably pick up on the run rate as the innings went along. But that is what happens in cricket, right? If you think that much of a long term in a T20 format kind of a game, and you get out on the 19th or the 20th ball without scoring much runs, it then puts immense amount of pressure on the
Definitely.
on the coming batsmen. And yeah, though the Gujarat did indeed find themselves a new hero in Shah Rukh Khan, and David Miller also looked pretty good. Sai Sudarshan has been playing consistently across this entire season. I think he has been their most consistent batsman. Scored obviously the most amount of runs for Gujarat this season. But yeah, what do you think where Shubman Gill finds himself with this innings?
Yeah, definitely the cracks were there to see the pressure, the kind of pressure that you get since the franchise has been so successful in the past two seasons. So you have that additional pressure to carry that momentum forward in this year as well. But you are also on the other hand experiencing uh, crunch of players who were there to uh, take the mantle of the side on their shoulders and get them through. So the players that were crucial to the success were missing, and you are a new captain, you are captaining the side first time, and your own form is also not that stable. So all of this mounted up, and it started showing in that particular match. So yes, the pressure was clearly visible there. I think he will grow into this role, but he would at least take this season to understand and to reflect upon once all of this is over. Like, where did he lag? Where were the shortcomings? What could be the strategic moves that he missed to make on a particular day? So yeah, there would be a
Yeah.
lot of learnings for Shubman Gill from this. But right now, they should just, even the management should just take this as a season where all the players are growing in the new leadership, and also the leader is also grooming himself to become a match winner for his side. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think this happens with uh, most, probably all of the young players that are out there.
Yes.
So they when they start, it's just the youth and confidence and the excitement of just playing cricket, and they launch themselves into stardom, and then the time comes where the testing phase for them is there, and they have to navigate that to become a better player. I think this is what is happening to Subman Gill the entire year this year, because he really didn't have a lean patch before this year, and like he was really good in the World Cups as well last year, and starting from the Test series against England this year, where he had a few challenges, and now the IPL, it's showing that he this is going to be a good learning curve for him, and it's going to be interesting to see how his career develops now, what consistency does he show in his batting, because when he started it was looking like probably the next Virat Kohli is here. He's just was hitting hundreds at will in T20,
Right.
in tests, in ODIs, and now you understand what Virat Kohli did in that between 2012 and 2020, 2018 was those 6 7 years were probably the best any batsman has ever played in the history of the game, because that just doesn't happen.
Yeah, to maintain that consistency is the biggest challenge. Even the greatest of the players have had, and how you overcome from that lean patch, it cements your place among the greats. If you are able to come back uh, from that lean patch and again start performing at the same level, then you are really one of the greats, because in your peak form, everybody looks good. So it's how
Yeah,
you overcome from the lean patch that matters.
yeah,
And even
and
looking at the young leadership phase, so even CSK is going through the same phase. Rituraj is also facing challenges. It's just there that there is a cool mentor available in that side to iron out the shortcomings and strategic moves. So that help is
yeah,
available there. So that's why they have some more wins as compared to Gujarat Titans, but still they are also not that not functioning at that level where CSK is supposed to. So they are also facing similar challenges there of a young leader trying to cement his place as a captain in the side, trying to gain the trust of the teammates, and also able to give individual performances, which Rituraj has started to give since last few matches. So that takes some time, and it's also on the mentorship that you are getting from the previous
yeah,
leadership. So that also creates a certain amount of difference. So yeah, that's
yeah.
all about it.
Yeah, I think, but Shobman is in good hands with Neraji. He's an
Yes.
experienced campaigner, really light-hearted guy, as we have come to know him. So yeah, I think Shobman is in good hands, and he will definitely grow from this experience. And probably it was a much-needed experience for him as well to see this side of the aisle as well. But all kudos to Shah Rukh Khan and Sai Sudarshan. Shah Rukh Khan, I think, is a really slow starter. We have seen over his career, he's very nervous and very fidgety when he is facing his first few deliveries. And even in this game, he got a lucky break where in the first
Yes.
4 or 5 deliveries only he gave a chance to the opposition and they dropped him.
Right.
But after that, he showed his power game and threatened to take the game away from RCB. I think those two could be the shining light of this match, at least for Gujarat.
Yeah, definitely, and it was a good move from Ashish Nehra, considering how comfortable Shah Rukh Khan is with Sai Sudarshan. These two Tamil Nadu boys have played a lot of Ranji cricket together, so they already have a camaraderie amongst them, and they have played. They have grown up playing cricket together for Tamil Nadu, so that also helped to overcome the initial nerves that Shah Rukh Khan had. So yeah, that was a good move from that sense.
Yeah. So before we go to the batting of RCB, just their bowling excursions, because Mohammad Siraj, he's bowled 4 overs again, just took 1 wicket, though his economy was around 8.5, which is acceptable in this sort of a
Yes.
game. Then Swapnil Singh took a wicket, and obviously Glenn Maxwell took a wicket. But Cameroon Green again going for just bowled 3 overs, went for 42 runs at an economy of 14. Karan Sharma again just bowled 3 overs, went for an economy of 12 point something. So their bowling just doesn't seem to click the entire season.
Yeah, definitely. There are few good performances here or there, but yeah, the entire bowling unit has not clicked together. Not even like three bowlers, uh, maybe taking a majority of wickets amongst them and staying under the economy of eight. So that has not happened yet for RCB, and I think this gives them another chance, like the past 14 years, to think about this, to think through this, and have a good strategy going into the mega auction next year. So yeah, that's only what we can say. Like at least now you can learn
Yeah.
from your mistakes, have a good Indian core of bowlers who are wicket taking options, and then go for expensive all rounders and fancy names instead of just shelling out crores and crores from your purse for that one glorified name. So yeah, lessons to learn here for RCB management.
I think the only two constants in the world, the first is change, and the second is RCB won't have a bowling lineup to challenge. I
Yes.
don't understand what they're doing, but yeah, let's see what they do in the mega auction. But going to the batting exploits of RCB in this game, Faf du Plessis looked really good in the first few overs, scored 24 of 12 balls, and the shot that he hit to get caught on the mid wicket, I mean, he probably thought that it was going to clear the boundary, though he got caught. But then Kohli and Will Jacks, they started building up the partnership, and as soon as Will Jacks thought that now the ball is pretty old, it has started doing less, and he can probably start taking a few risks. He just exploded. This this guy
Yeah.
was like 17 of 17 odd balls or something, and then uh, from nowhere he just hit those massive sixes and to RCB.
Yeah, definitely. And Rashid Khan and Mohit Sharma took the brunt of majority of that blast that happened after those 17 balls were played out by Will Jacks. So Rashid went for 51 in his 4 overs, and Mohit Sharma even better, like 2 overs, 41 runs. So Mohit Sharma was destroyed like anything. Like Mohit Sharma is
Uh,
known for his slow bowling Yorkers and
uh,
uh, the cunning skills that he have for T20, and he has worked hard on those skills. Those were not of much help when Will Jacks came into the mood of blasting everything out of the park.
yeah,
Even I was looking at a chat, the post-match discussion on Crick Bus. So I think it was Joy Mukherjee who said that Rashid did not do much wrong there. It was just Will Jacks was in the mood, so he was not allowing the ball to spin. So it was just that Will Jacks was able to hit through the line just as the ball landed on the pitch, and he just started smashing them without any
yeah,
care of would it spin, would it go
yeah,
straight, is it a googly? No care in the world. Just as soon as it drops to the pitch, just blast it out of the park, and that happened. So
yeah.
not much of a
I mean,
mistake from Rashid Khan there.
Will Jacks looks like a serious player and in seriously good form right now. And with the T20 World Cup coming up, you look at these top sides, and England have two openers in the form of Phil Salt and Will Jacks, who are gonna destroy the bowlers from the top end. The same goes with Australia. The same goes with South Africa. So, like, I think it's gonna be a huge challenge for India in the T20 World Cup. But yeah, that's a thing that's gonna be discussed in the future. But uh, Kohli again performing the sheet anchor role, keeps scoring. He is again well on his way to have a 650 plus season. This
Yes.
guy is just phenomenal.
Definitely. Already crossed 500 mark, and RCB has still uh, a lot of matches to go. At least,
Yeah, three
I
or
think
four to left.
they got four to go. So you
Yeah,
can at least count 200 in those four. So 700 is easily possible, even this
yeah.
season. So yeah,
Which is going to be a brilliant season from an individual standpoint. But
definitely.
what this meant was that Gujarat came down to the seventh spot in the league after this game, and RCB though still on the 10th spot, but yeah, spoiling the party as we said, and yeah, brings the tournament alive, playing the Robin Hood kind of a game, RCB. So this is going to be interesting for the teams that RCB come up. And then moving on from this match to the one that both were specifically very excited about. But when the game ended, it was probably kind of a snooze fest, won't you say?
Yeah, rightly said. It's just a situation that RCB finds themselves at the in the second half of the tournament is sometimes precarious and hilarious as well. Like uh, they don't have much left in their tank in terms of the probabilities to find to go up in the table, but they will somehow find a way to spoil it for some other team. So yeah, that's the story
uh,
of RCB that has been there since
yeah.
ages.
No, so I was talking about the CSK versus SRH game, and uh, we both when the Sunday came for this was the 7 p.m. game, and we were both super excited for this one because it was CSK versus SRH, the high flying SRH, CSK, who had just lost two games back to back to Lucknow, and this seemed to be like a very tricky game for SRH. But by the time the game got ended, it was, I think, the most one-sided game of this past week. SRH batsmen just didn't turn up.
Yes, yes. The you can say the shortcomings of the team while chasing a target again came up in the front as they did against the RCB. So looks like it's one of the ways if you have to score a win against SRH, you get them to chase a target which is about 200 and then start building pressure by taking wickets up front. So that's what happened in this case as well. So yeah, the similar story as we saw against RCB. And once the wickets started falling, they just couldn't get back to the track again and just crumbled under the pressure. Aiden Markram and
Yeah.
Heinrich Lassen did try to some extent to bring some sort of stability in the middle order and to maybe able to uh, get to the par run rate so that they might have a chance, fighting chance to chase down this total. But again, it couldn't happen. So
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
how
I think
this went away.
let's start with CSK first, because the amount of dew that's falling in the CSK stadium, it's staggering. It's like on a few days it feels like it's almost raining. That is the kind of dew that's falling there, and Rituraj keeps saying in every one of his toss interviews that he would finally one day win a toss and choose to bowl first, because he wants to bowl first. He wants to chase that target down under the lights with the dew falling, but he seems to be losing all the tosses in the and this CSK started batting, though Ajinkya Rahane didn't give them the start that they thought they needed. But their immense captain, who has risen to this responsibility of being a captain in the name of Ruturaj Gaikwad, I'm so impressed by this person. The way he is batting 100 in the previous game and then 98 to back it up again. And so disappointed that he hasn't been selected for the World Cup tour. But I think that's something that we'll discuss in another video. But super season Rituraj is having, and now the orange cap holder as well. So all things are falling in place for him.
Yeah, he looks like a different player against. Uh, Sorry, not against. He looks like a different player on the Chepauk Stadium because somehow he has got a hold of how to open the innings. In this sort of a situation where the uh, pitch is quite tacky and it does something in the start and the ball moves in the initial overs of the power play. So he takes sometimes he has a good look at the ball, maybe a couple of overs. He takes that time to judge the situations and then starts playing those fluent cover drives that have become a trademark of his, with the great timing and great placement that he has, like a, you can say, a genuine traditional player who relies on
Yeah,
the timing and placement rather than transferring the
yeah,
power in the shots. So that's his forte, and he stays true to that. He does not try to
yeah,
invent different kind of shots just to surprise the bowler, because he knows if he plays to his strengths, he would be able to uh, up the strike rate moving forward in the game. And so that is what works for Rituraj Gaikwad very well, especially at the Chepauk Stadium.
yeah. I mean, 10 fours in his innings and just three sixes shows that the class of the man. I mean, he is willing to keep the ball grounded. He has the special ability to find the gaps between the fielders, because when you are a power hitter and you have the ability to cross any boundary aerially, where the fielders stand don't really matter, but it does for Rituraj, because as you rightly said, he's not the one who will take extraordinary risks. He is not the one who will start hitting sixes right from the word go. He builds his innings. He has but that ability just to find the gaps in the field and keep hitting those boundaries over and over and over again is a masterclass in itself. And I think Divyansh has gone, probably some network issue or something. But yeah, as I was talking, is Rituraj Gaikwad is someone that I really enjoyed in this innings, and his form was supremely good. And it's a shame that Indian selectors didn't pick him up for the T20 World Cup. But yeah, he would probably be very disappointed to not be going with the side. But another player that came to the fore for CSK in this game was Daryl Mitchell. He really batted well. He grasped the situation when Ajinkya Rahane went back to the dressing room and scored 52 odd of 32 balls. A really mature inning by him, and he has had he has had many times played for New Zealand in the top order. So he's played consistently at number three, sometimes at number four, but even opened for New Zealand. So if CSK are finding it a bit tricky to stay with Ajinkya for the remainder of the season as an opener, and if Ajinkya himself considers him more of a number three than an opener, I think Daryl Mitchell in this game certainly put his hand up to say that he is ready to take on the challenge even as an opener, if that is what CSK needs from him. So overall, really good performance, a good outing by Daryl Mitchell, calming the nerves down of the CSK fans. And then Dubey and Dhoni come and do what they're meant to do, and take CSK to a respectable total of 212, which was at that time looked like a fighting total, not a winning total against a team of uh, batting sheer dominance like the SRH. But yeah, they did do really well then to defend that total as well, because SRH they just didn't turn up for the game. I mean, there was just nobody who took the responsibility to score the runs. Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma have been so good for them throughout this season, but that has also probably exposed their uh, uh, weakness in the batting lineup, which is that probably they are over reliant on Travis Head and over reliant on Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma, and when these two guys don't perform, then then SRH are finding it a bit difficult to uh, uh, s- chase down the runs, even score the runs. So I think SRH will need to have a look at probably their over dependence on head and Abhishek Sharma, and probably in the dressing room, the chat would be that these two guys can't always be scoring the runs for us, so others now need to step up. This is the business end of the season, and yeah, the entire batting unit together needs to pull up the socks and fight if they want to have a chance, because Anmolpreet Singh came and went for a golden duck. Then Aiden Markram, though he scored 32 of 26, but a lot more was expected out of Aiden Markram. This was his time to shine because he hasn't had many innings this season. So probably he needed to hold one end of the innings and probably take the game down to 18th or 19th over, staying there and scoring the runs, which he couldn't do. Nitish Reddy again, a 15 of a 15, which is not great. And by the time Klaasen and Samad were playing, the game was just too far ahead, and they found themselves right in the middle of a squeeze, because Chennai, when they start putting in the squeeze at the Chepauk, when they know that they have got the opposition under pressure, it's really really hard to then get out of the stranglehold that Chennai put, and the noose that Chennai put across your neck. So yeah, Chennai did Chennai things, and Sunrisers probably just gave up at some point because it wasn't just happening for them. But yeah, on the bowling side, Tushar Deshpande probably stood up as a standout bowler with 4 wickets to his kitty. Desperately needed them as well, and yeah, overall a really really good outing for Chennai. Uh, I think I've just received a message from Divyansh. There's probably some technical issue with his internet, and he probably won't be joining us today for the episode. But I think we can still go ahead with the match on Monday, which was Delhi Capitals versus Kolkata Knight Riders at the Eden Gardens, and this was again a really interesting game, I would say. I thought that I thought that this was going to be a high scoring game. I thought it was 200 written all over this game, but KKR they put Delhi to bat, and bowled, I think, really well. The if it was not for Kuldeep at the end, who scored 35 of 26 balls, I think it was really hard for Delhi to even reach that 150 total that we saw them ultimately reaching down to Varun Chakravarti and Sunil Narayan. They were probably again the pick of the bowlers with some really good spin, but it would be a big dent, I think, in the hopes of Delhi for making it to the playoffs, because they looked like they were the team on the ascendancy, and they had had back-to-back wins, 3 wins in 4 games before this one, and looked like a side that could seriously trouble teams above it. And if they would have won this game, wouldn't probably have dented the hopes of KKR that much. They were still second and playing really good cricket this season, but it would have given Delhi specifically a huge boost, and Delhi specifically needed to win this game, but they just constantly kept losing wickets. You didn't find a single partnership which was long enough to take them somewhere. I mean, just a wicket after every few overs. So Prithvi Shaw goes for 17 for 1 in 1.3. Then Fraser McGurk goes for, when the score was 30 for 2 in 2.5. Then Shea Hope goes again 3.3, 4 balls later for 37 for 3. And Abhishek Porel, Rishabh Pant, Christian Stubbs, they're all going after 2 overs played or 1.5 over played, and you just didn't see a big partnership getting built, which meant that the batting order was wholly and solely under pressure, and Varun and Sunil Narayan were doing their thing, and and putting the squeeze on, as we say in the cricketing parlance, and that meant that Delhi couldn't reach the total that would have probably put KKR under pressure, and 153. I mean, it's not a winning total. If you in that situation want to win the game from there, you'll probably need the KKR openers to not score a lot, and you want to get probably the first 3 wickets in the power play itself. But as we have seen throughout this year, that Phil Salt and Sunil Narayan have been really good, really good for KKR. And though Sunil Narayan in this game went for a 15 odd inning, but Phil Salt was just majestic, and he got 68 runs, and Rinku Singh was promoted up the order. Would be slightly disappointed that he didn't stay till the end. He got around 11 runs of 11 balls, but that is the only thing that concerned KKR in this game, because Phil Salt got a healthy 68, and after that, Shreyas Iyer and Venkatesh Iyer, the Iyer brothers, they took the side home, and that too in 16th over. So that meant that it was a really good outing for KKR. Delhi have some questions to answer after this game again, because if you look at their bowling unit, I mean, Akshar Patel and Kuldeep Yadav have been performing, and have been performing throughout the season. Delhi, in fact, the Delhi spinners have taken the most wickets together in this IPL. But apart from that, Lizard Williams, not a great day at the office for him. Uh, uh, Dropped a very easy catch of Phil Salt in the first over, and then conceded a lot of runs. 3 overs, 38 at an economy of 12.7, which wasn't good enough in this kind of a game. Khalil again didn't come to the party. Rasik Dar didn't come to the party. So it looked like the bowling unit was pretty light, and no fault for their own, because when the target is around 150 odd, it becomes really hard for the bowling unit to put pressure on the opposition, especially when the fielding hasn't been up to the mark, and you drop such a key catch of Phil Salt right at the top. That did hurt the confidence of Delhi, but it also did hurt the confidence of Lizard Williams himself, because after that he found the ball chasing him a lot of the times at the boundary, and he did a lot of misfieldings here. I mean, This is his first IPL. Came into the Delhi side with a lot of fanfare, and he's finding it out that there's a lot of pressure playing from a premium team in the IPL, and he'll probably grow from this experience. But as of now, this was a game that Delhi needed to win, and they couldn't. So leaves the table open. Delhi still have an outside chance to finish in the top four and to go to the qualifiers, but the road now becomes really tough for them. They've played 11 games, they're on 10 points, they three matches left, so they'll probably at most reach to 16, which which can be enough to qualify for the qualifiers. But let's wait and watch. I don't think there is any team apart from RCB and Mumbai who would think that they can't make it to the top four by the end of the season. But yeah, a tough road ahead for them. On the other hand, KKR look sublime. They're poised to finish on the first or the second spot. So yeah, things looking good for KKR, and a bit tricky for Delhi. Then moving on to Lucknow versus Mumbai, game that Mumbai desperately needed to win, but as the game turned out, it was probably Lucknow who were the superior side in this one. And I mean, whatever you say about Mumbai, that the difficult season that they're having, they still have, for me at least, the best batting attack in the IPL, and it's sometimes uh, very strange to see certain sides go through these phases where the the thing that these teams are known for, like Mumbai is known for its batting and its quality batting. The entire unit just stops performing, and you can't point a finger on anything, because it's not just one or two players whom you can remove and probably bring someone else into the fold, because probably some player is out of form or something. The entire batting unit looks out of form. If you look, apart from Tilak Verma, which has been a consistent performer this season for their batting lineup, I mean, nobody has been consistent enough to at the end of the season think that they've done a good job, and they can move out of the season with their head held high. I mean, looking at this game specifically, Mumbai Indians scored just 144 runs in their 20 overs, which there are two ways to look at it. Of course, there are always are that Mumbai scored 144 in 20 overs, but it took KKR 19 overs and two balls to reach the target. So Mumbai could probably, the fans of Mumbai could probably say that this was a 155 or a 160 pitch, and they were probably on par with the score that they set, and it was just that Lucknow won the game. Or then the other side of the argument would be that Lucknow simply didn't need to over assert themselves in the game, because they were simply never out of the chase. So though in this game specifically, if you say in this game specifically, if you see, uh, the batting unit was changed a bit. Quinton de Kock was not in the playing 11, and Lucknow started with KL Rahul and Arshin Kulkarni. And Arshin Kulkarni, it was his first game of this season's IPL, which is always a tough thing. And he got out for a golden duck on the first ball to Novan Tushara. And then Stoinis and Rahul built a partnership. Rahul had started looking really threatening, and he was starting to take the game away from Mumbai very quickly before he got out again, caught at deep mid wicket. And at that point of time, Lucknow looked like they're gonna chase this down easily. And then Deepak Hooda comes in again. Starts batting, starts building a partnership, and when it looked like him and Stoinis were now gonna take the game away, they probably lose the Pakuda again for 18, and that meant it was Stoinis and Nikki P who had to do it. And really strong players. There was no doubt about whether they can or can't do it, because they easily can. And Stoinis then played a really good knock. He got out at 68 runs and 62, sorry, and Nikki P stayed till the end. So yeah, they did chase down the score in 19.2 overs, but if the score was something probably a bit bigger, I think in this game they would have chased it down as well, because they never looked under pressure. Never looked undercooked. They were always a tad bit ahead of the game, and always comfortable wherever they found them throughout the course of the game, in whichever situation they found themselves in. So this game then probably ended the hopes of MI of making it to the playoffs, but it did mean that Lucknow stayed in a very strong position. They have now a really realistic and a really good chance of finishing in the top four. They played 10 games and they are on 12 points. The table, apart from Rajasthan and Kolkata to an extent, everyone else is on 10 and 12 points, or 11 and 12 points, and the table looks really packed. But out of the teams that you can say that are in form, and they that have the pedigree to take the game out of any situation and be calm in the moment, and mold the game the way that the team would want to. I think Lucknow look really solid in that regard, and the captaincy of KL Rahul has been really good. Mm, Marcus Stoinis coming in and bowling and taking wickets, and then performing with the bat as well, has meant that this season Lucknow look very good again, because they are a good side. I've been saying this for the past two seasons now. They've every time made to the top four. Their challenge probably this year would be to play the final. But there's a long way to go for that. But yeah, the team looks set, and the team looks really in a good momentum. And it would be a shame that if from here they are not able to convert this into taking into going to the at least qualifying for the playoffs. But uh, really smart performance from Lucknow. But again, uh, Mumbai, Mumbai fans and the team and the staff and everyone, they would be kicking themselves for whatever has happened this season, because it looks like it looks like its curtains for them after this game. And then we move to the the King in the North versus the King in the South game. It was high. So I think uh, so we have Divyansh back, and it's good to have you back, Divyansh. We were just
Yeah.
starting to discuss about the King in the North versus the King in the South game. It was CSK versus Punjab. So yeah, I think you can take it all from here. What do you think happened in this game, and how do CSK always find a way of losing to Punjab? It's like a bogey team for them. The record says probably 16 and 15 for both the teams over the years in IPL, and CSK just find it very hard to defeat Punjab.
Yeah, definitely. It's like a sort of a curse that has been cast upon CSK and their record against Punjab. Like Punjab is one of the only teams with Mumbai that have been able to beat CSK at Chepauk so frequently, which is unparalleled to this record is unparalleled to any other team. Don't know, somehow they find a strength or an inspiration when they arrive at Chepauk to beat CSK, even with a good score as well. So it doesn't matter. Like we have seen so many last over chases here for Punjab against CSK that it looks like sometimes it looks like an eventuality that there would be a turnaround uh, when CSK meets Punjab. So that's the thing with Punjab here, and suddenly a bowler like Harpreet Brar performs and takes 2 wickets just for 17 runs, and the total is not much. Again, Rituraj fought the battle alone for this team. So again, a similar story we saw from the CSK lineup, and I also noticed that if Shivam Dubey does not fire in the middle order, so there is not much strength since Jadeja is not having a very good time with the bat these days, at least in this IPL. So it might be a cause of concern for even Indian team next month when they start their journey for the T20 World Cup. So yeah, that's a cause of concern, and also uh, Ajinkya Rahane is not clicking somehow in the opening slot. So maybe finally they are realizing the absence of Devon Conway in this lineup is taking its toll, since Rachin Ravindra was not able to capitalize his good starts in the initial few matches. But I still feel they should persist with Rachin Ravindra at the opening slot and keep Rahane at number 3 only, because that's sort of his spot, and he knows better how to play there instead of trying to go out of his comfort zone and try to accelerate in the power play. And sometimes this pressure gets him to uh, take a chance on unorthodox shots which are not his forte. So I think they should persist with Rachin Ravindra, so that they get a better stability in the middle order. If not Rachin Ravindra, even they can try with Moin Ali as well. There is no harm in that, going that way as well. So yeah, there has to be some sort of rethinking that needs to be done around their top order batsmen, and how they are performing in the power play. So these are two things to ponder upon.
Now, when you were not here, we were just talking about the Chennai game itself, not this one, but the previous one with the SRH, and I think what Daryl Mitchell proved in that game was that he is very very capable as a number three batsman, and he's also opened a lot for New Zealand over the years. And this is the exact thing that I was talking about. If Rahane is more comfortable at the number three slot, and if the Chennai side does not want to take a punt again on the Chin Ravindra for the for the opener spot, I think then they should go ahead with Daryl Mitchell in the opening slot. Because if you see this game, I mean a really strange game from CSK's point of view, because Daryl Mitchell comes and scores you a 50 odd of 30 balls against SRH, and then uh, then you don't get to bat him in this match. I mean,
Yeah.
you're sending Moin Ali ahead of him, you're sending Shivam Dubey ahead of him, when he did really well at the number three slot. I think he deserved another chance at the number three at least, or not even. If not number three, then just send him to open the match. But he isn't the kind of player that you would want to bat just four or five deliveries. Otherwise, what's he in the side for? If not his batting, because you're not any which ways you're not bowling him. So if you're playing him in the starting 11, then give
Yes.
him the chance to bat. And he's a power hitter. He can score you sixes. He can score at the strike rate of 170, 180 if given a chance. But I don't know why CSK thought otherwise, and didn't give him a chance to bat higher up the order in this match.
Yeah, definitely. This game might have looked very different if he would have been given chance in the top order, because it's really strange. You are sending, okay, Shivam Dubey might be justified uh, uh, to some extent. Maybe they were trying to negate the spinning options from Punjab, but if you are sending Ravindra Jadeja and Samir Rizvi before Daryl Mitchell, that did not make sense for me
Yeah,
at all.
yeah,
You should keep the power hitters for the last five
yeah,
overs only. If you have guys like Daryl Mitchell, they can go there and build a partnership with Rituraj, ease down some pressure off his shoulders as well, and play some attacking shots. And Daryl Mitchell plays spin and pace both equally well,
yeah,
so
yeah,
he does not have that kind of a drawback. If you send Daryl Mitchell up the order, that
yeah,
he would be stuck with spinners or something like that. So yeah,
yeah.
it was a strange move from Chennai. So yeah, that
Yeah, and,
that
and
played a very
probably
crucial role.
also because we are not as a fan base used to seeing Chennai experiment this much.
Right.
So they have they have a plan at the start of the year, and then they consistently stick to that plan. And sometimes if the plan doesn't work, they don't tinker with the entire batting order. They'll just take one piece out and put another piece in its place. So if let's say Rachin Ravindra didn't work out at the start of the season, they could have just probably put an opener in his place or something like that. But what we have
Yes.
seen in the course of this year's IPL, and probably why Chennai hasn't been as consistent as they always are, is because they're tinkering with their batting order a lot. They're trying to find something which probably is taking them a lot more time than that they thought. And I thought again that they had found that in Daryl Mitchell at number three. And
Yes.
uh, I mean, you correctly said sending in Shivam Dubey at number three, not a problem. Okay, this guy has scored so many runs for you. This was a first golden duck for him, and it happens.
Yeah.
It's a game of cricket, and
Correct.
that's fine. But
That's
after
fine.
that, you're sending Jadeja, and then you're sending Sami Rizvi, then you're sending Moin Ali, and then Dhoni is also coming up, and Daryl Mitchell finds them himself right at the bottom of the pecking order. The guy who's just scored you a 50, and took the team out from a tricky situation against SRH, and doesn't get a chance to bat, which is probably very strange coming from the CSK camp, because they don't do it. But again, in this game, the one who stood out from the batting side of things was Rituraj Gaikwad. 62 of 48 balls, a really good inning again from him. And when it comes to bowling, Rahul Chahar and Harpreet Brar for Punjab did their job. Both of them bowled their full quota of 4 overs, and combined between them went on for just 33 runs in their 8 overs, which is crazy.
Right.
And Punjab found a way, and then after that, as we had discussed, for Johnny Bairstow, he's such a streaky player. You would want to see him not scoring runs, because when he starts scoring run, he'll continue to keep scoring runs. And that's what happened in this game as well. He scored another 40 odd runs, and him along with Riley Russo took the game away from CSK.
Yeah, definitely. And Punjab was coming with the confidence of chasing down 260. So this was nothing in front of that. So they had that belief in them that if we can do that, this is a child's play for us. And they proved that, like chasing in within 17 and a half hours. So this score was not good enough from them since the beginning of their innings. So it was just a matter of when, not if. So that's how this game turned out for them, and they have enough firepower. They have Shashank Singh and they have Johnny Bairstow now back in form. Even Sam Curran also played some decent strokes in that small innings of 26. So everything worked out in the end for
Yeah,
Punjab, and CSK kind of dug their own grave in this match, if
yeah,
we want to be a bit harsh. But yeah,
yeah,
that's how this played out for CSK. And this was their
yeah.
home game. They had every opportunity uh, to script this match as per their liking, but they lost their chance. They lost their way with their batting order. So that's where the match was lost, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, rightly pointed out. And I think a slight concern for Punjab would be that Johnny Bairstow isn't with them for the entirety of the season.
Right.
But that's I think a moot argument at this point of time, because had Punjab been in a position where they had a real chance to qualify for the top four, this would have been a concern for them. But as of now, they do have a mathematical and outside chance to qualify for the top four. But realistically, I don't see Punjab as one of the teams who would play the first qualifier or the eliminator going forward. Johnny Bairstow stays, I think, till the 13th or the 14th game of the season. So overall, a good performance from Punjab dented the hopes of CSK a bit to qualify. Since the start of the season, and probably before that as well, CSK fans and all the Thala fans had been dreaming of the fairy tale Bollywood kind of a story, where the semi-final and the final are both happening in Chipok, and uh, probably Dhoni can retire with a trophy in his hand in front of the yellow sea of Chepauk. But that can only happen when you first qualify for the top four. And
Yeah.
this 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 now looks like Chennai have dug themselves a hole that they can
Yes.
probably get out of. But at this point of time, there are, at least in my opinion, four teams who are looking better than them, and four teams who have a lot of their questions answered already, and CSK is still trying to answer those questions.
Yeah, definitely. And they have to sort out that batting order first. I think the bowling is good enough. but the batting has to come true to the promise, and I think they have this double header against Punjab. So again, they are going to on the Sunday. They are going to clash with Punjab in Dharamshala. So again, a sort of a disadvantage because Punjab is more accustomed in terms of conditions of Dharamshala as compared to Chennai. But since it's a day game, things would be hot and humid. So not that hot since it's in the
Not that hot
mountains.
in Dharamshala. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, in terms of the dew factor is out of play because since it's a day game, so very less probability of having dew at around 7 p.m. So not much dew factor here, but still, this can Chennai can turn this around if they post a good total and then rely on their spinners to trap Punjab. And uh, I see a 190 or 200 if they are able to score that much in the first innings and then try to restrict Punjab through their spin bowlers. This may work out. So yeah,
Yeah.
still hopeful for CSK to bounce back. Right now, I know things are looking bleak for them. They are at fifth position, and might Delhi might overcome them if they play well. So
Yeah.
hoping for good things to happen from here on for Chennai.
Yeah. And then probably the game of the week for me. This was SRH versus Rajasthan, and the game happened on Thursday, and I still can't understand how Rajasthan ended up losing this game because
Yes.
they were in complete control of this game. SRH scored 201 runs, but when you think of it, that they had only lost 3 wickets in their 20 overs, but probably they scored a few less runs than you would expect a team to. And Sunrisers were batting first. It was what they do really well when batting, and when they have not lost any wickets, they're probably looking at 230, 240, but that didn't happen. I love it that it was a 200 odd game where 200 was defended, but at no point during the game I thought that Rajasthan were not able to chase this. It was only not even in the 18th over. I mean, when Rovman Powell and Shamron Hetmyer were going, it looked like it's an easy chase for them, and they'll just do it. But in the last 1 over or 10 balls, the game just turned on its head, and ultimately, Sunrisers won by 1 run.
Yeah, definitely. We got to see the old Bhuvi, some glimpses of
Yeah.
the old Bhuvi in this match. So wickets up front and
Yeah.
wicket in the death. So that was a pleasant sight to encounter again. But yeah, you rightly pointed out, Nishan, that 201 for 3 in 20 overs. You had so much wickets left in the kitty. So probably. As per my understanding, those 20-30 runs were lost at the top itself, because if you see, Abhishek Sharma got out 10 balls and 12 runs, and Travis Head, although he scored a 58, but it came at a strike rate of 131. So that's not the strike
Yeah.
rate that we expect from Travis Head. So if he's playing a 50 odd runs knock, it should not take more than 20 balls. So that's where the
Yeah.
opportunity was lost, because SRH's strength lies in their power play batting. They are the best team to capitalize the power play. So that's where those runs were lost. But still, Rajasthan was looked like it was going in cruise control mode, and they were just on their way to win this match with the brilliant partnership between Yashasvi and Riyan Parag. What a partnership they set up, despite some initial setbacks of from Joss Butler and Sanju Samson. That's a rare sight that they both go on duck. So that was
Yeah.
quite a shocker for Rajasthan, but
Yeah,
still that team showed the guts to still stay on the path to victory, and it almost happened, but it somehow they managed to lose this, like last season when they won their 5 matches out of their first 8, and then their campaign just went downhill. So
yeah,
this looked like that sort of a loss. But yeah, I think Rajasthan should not lose heart on
yeah,
this loss, and they were very close. They were
yeah,
almost there, and it's just one match for them to get top position. They are already at top position, but just to get a cube
yeah,
against their name in the points table.
yeah,
So it will come more or less in the next couple of games. So
yeah.
no real worries for Rajasthan here.
Yeah, I think Rajasthan are accustomed to taking wickets in the first over, courtesy of Trent Bolt. But losing one wicket in the first over is unlikely of them losing two in the first over. It's I think more the brilliance of Bhuvi than Rajasthan batters losing it. It was a brilliant first over from Bhuvneshwar. Turned the clock back a few years, and but it did show the confidence of Rajasthan batters, because even after that, Yashasvi and Riyan Parag just kept going. And though Abhishek Sharma dropped a catch of Riyan Parag when he was in 15 or 20 odd runs, and that could have changed the game completely. But that didn't happen, and Yashasvi and Rihan just took the game away from SRH with every passing over. And yeah, even till the last ball, I never thought that Rajasthan were not gonna win it. Though Saraj had clawed back their way tremendously, I would say, in the last two overs. But even in the last
Yes,
over, uh, the Rajasthan needed two runs of one ball, and you had Rodman Powell on strike. I mean, 99 out of 100 times he was gonna score those two runs of that one ball. And then Bhuvi balls him a full toss on his pads.
yeah,
I mean,
he
even if
misses
you're
that.
dreaming, yeah, even if you are dreaming of getting, uh, you thinking that I have to score two runs of one ball, what is the kind of delivery I would want? And more often than not, you will want a full toss on your pads, and then he misses that. It's a strange game. And but yeah, it did mean that it probably didn't do anything for Rajasthan, because they've already qualified. Just mathematically, they need a queue, but it does keep SRH in the game. And probably not that great a news for CSK, because
Yes,
Kolkata look good, Rajasthan look good, Lucknow look good. It's between SRH or Chennai as to, for me, who will make it to the fourth spot. And
right.
yeah, this win for SRH meant that Chennai fans would have just thought that this has now become a little more trickier than they expected and anticipated it to be. But
Correct.
overall a great game. I really loved this match. But this is what the IPL is all about. I think the last over thrillers, the last ball thrillers. And though we didn't have a super over in this season's IPL, we got really close with this one.
Definitely, that was as good as as good a game as they come in the IPL. Going to the last ball, some people were hoping it might turn out to be a first super over game for this IPL, but it was not meant to be. Otherwise, as you rightly said, Roman Powell 9 out of 10 times he would not miss a full toss. At least he would have flicked it for a single to go to force the super over, but was not meant to be, and it was more detrimental for CSK as compared to Rajasthan, because they are gunning for that fourth position and now SRH has it. So it's a bit of a tricky situation for CSK right now. Now they have to win more games than they were might be aiming for. So yeah, it becomes a tough situation for CSK and CSK fans. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's all about it.
Yeah, and then the last game of this week, which just happened yesterday, it was Mumbai versus KKR. Divyansh, when you were away, we were just talking about the Mumbai versus Lucknow game, and in that game, Mumbai scored 144 in their 20 overs, and Lucknow chased that, but it took them 19 overs and two balls to chase that. So I was saying that there are two ways to look at it. If you are a positive Mumbai guy, you would say that. Lucknow also took 19 overs to chase down 144, so this was probably a 155 160 pitch, and we were on par, and we did score a good total. It was just that Lucknow chased it down with just four balls to spare, and it also continued the trend of this week where slightly lower kind of a totals were scored, and sometimes even defended as well. But this game that happened yesterday, KKR versus Mumbai, it was at the Wankhede. KKR scored 169, and at Wankhede, I don't think 169 is ever enough in any season of the IPL. Probably maybe in 2008 or something, but Wankhede is India's one of the best batting wickets. Small boundaries, not as small as Delhi, but still small enough, and ball really flies there. So KKR, Kolkata, they had a sort of a batting collapse themselves, and it took Venkatesh Iyer to play a really good innings along with Manish Pandey to get them out of a hole that Mumbai had dug for them. But they did reach to a respectable total, not a winning total, but a respectable total of 169. But then Mumbai, just I don't understand this season. They're the best batting lineup in the IPL. They just keep crumbling and crumbling, and this time even in their home ground, crumbled for 145. I mean, this is now really serious.
Yeah, that was Mumbai's game to win, chasing 170 at Wankhede, having due factor in your support, and with a batting lineup like that. I think this should have been a walk in the park for the Mumbai lineup, but again they turned up short there. Nobody apart from Surya Kumar Yadav uh, looked like taking their team to the home in this match, because everybody was looking like a bit jaded or in a bit of a hurry. Not sure what it was, but this win brought back some memories from back in 2012. So if we talk about the historical records, this is only the second win of KKR against
In the
Mumbai at
Wankhede.
Wankhede Stadium in their home ground. So the first one was more infamous for when Shah Rukh Khan was banned from Wankhede for 5 years. So that was the match where KKR breached the fortress first time, and this is the second time. So
Yeah.
brings back a bit of a nostalgia from 10 years,
Yeah.
12 years back. So yeah, so that's a slightly
Uh,
humorous situation now, but at that time that was a big fiasco. So
Yeah. Yeah.
brings back some memories from there. So at
Yeah.
that time also, Sunil Narayan was man of the match, and KKR defended a low total. I think around 145 something they defended, uh, playing against Mumbai, and same sort of scenarios played out again. Just this time the total was slightly higher. 170 is still more respectable than 145, but again. The outcome was the same. Mumbai failed to chase that down again, and gave KKR their second win in Wankhede.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, talking about SRK being banned, he's such a big cricket fan and a sport lover in general. Uh, uh, After 2012, he was banned for 5 years, but it's been 12 years and he has never been to Wankhede again. Probably hurt too much. He's never been to Wankhede after that, and yeah, the king of Mumbai, the Bollywood Badshah, just doesn't feel like going to Wankhede, but that's a discussion for another time, I guess. This match, Sunil Narayan just keeps on producing this year. He is the MVP by a country mile this season. Who would have thought? I certainly did not at the start of the season that this is what was going to be in store for us. I've been wrong a few times, but this was again one of those where I have to eat my words and say that this season belongs to Sunil Narayan, and uh, the way Sunil Narayan and Varun Chakrabarti put on the squeeze in the middle overs for Mumbai, I mean, it was crazy. At the time, I thought that Tilak Verma's wicket was a huge one because
Yes,
while the Mumbai's batting order isn't performing, someday it does. Someone does here and there, but Tilak Verma is the only one who has been consistently performing. So it was a huge moment for me at the time when Varun got the wicket of Tilak, but Surya looked threatening enough to take the game away from KKR. It's just that KKR's bowling was too good on that day, and even though they had to bring Manish Pandey in as an impact sub in the first inning just to help them reach a respectable total, and that meant that they were a bowler short in the second half of the inning, but they still managed to ball Russell, and Russell too took wickets. So all in all, great day for KKR, and final nail in the coffin for Mumbai's season. And
definitely.
summing up Mumbai's season was also summing up Hardik Pandya's season. Came in to bat, got a first ball duck, comes into ball, gets scored for runs. Uh, just looks like a shell of a player that he was, and really concerning for Mumbai what's happening to them,
Yeah,
and
definitely,
specifically
definitely.
captain.
Correct, correct. That's very true. So this season, I think they would have to again go to the drawing board and map out which players they want to retain. Is the leadership that they have chosen for MI, is it working, or do they need a change there? Lot of ifs and buts and lot of questions have to be answered for Mumbai Indians post this season ends, and a lot of thinking has to be done in the MI camp after this. So yeah, a disappointing season for them since the beginning, and at no point they looked like they are good enough to make a comeback. So yeah, disappointing is all we can say for this
Yeah,
season's.
I think Hardik Pandya is in immense pressure, and knowing the mature outfit that Mumbai is, I think they would give Hardik a pass for this year, probably, and not tinker with the captaincy for the next season. I think Hardik remains their captain for the foreseeable future as of now. But yeah, this does mean that this season is any which ways over. But the next season, if Hardik doesn't start well and the team doesn't start well, probably the next season would be even more pressure for
Right.
Hardik because as of now. Uh, I don't think Mumbai are retaining Rohit Sharma because simply because of his age, and when you're not retaining Rohit Sharma, you already know that when he is going to the mega auction, he's going to Chennai. Like I think it's just written on the stars that Chennai need an opener. Rohit Shah to Chennai do really well with these kind of players who are at the back end of their career. I think it's written in the stars. Rohit is going to Chennai, and that will
Yeah.
probably sort out some of the friction in the dressing room. Though I still think both Surya and Jasprit Bumrah were the more deserving candidates for the captaincy of Mumbai, but that decision is now made, and probably they both will have to make their peace with it. But yeah, this next season is going to be an interesting one for Mumbai. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that would be a sight to watch. Rituraj opening with Rohit Sharma for Chennai in yellow. Or there is one more possibility that I see if Gujarat thinks that Shubman Gill is not yet ready, they might give 1 year to show Rohit Sharma as a captain and slowly tell him to groom Shubman Gill to pass this baton maybe in next couple of years. That might be another strategic move. It also becomes a sweet payback for Gujarat. Like Mumbai stole their captain, so they stole Mumbai's heart. So that is quite poetic in
Yeah.
terms of the exchange. If that happens, that would be a treat to watch as well.
I think that would be really harsh on Shubman if he was to, you know, take being taken down from captaincy. That would be really hard. He has had a tough season, but he's a really young kid, and I think he needed this. But yeah, I think looking at the hindsight, if Gujarat now look at their situation. I think the better option would have been to make Kane Williamson the captain for the season up rather than Shubman because you already have a very established captain in your ranks, and everyone keeps talking about Kane Williamson as the night star. But
Yeah, I think we lost you here, Nishant. But I got your point that everyone knows how efficiently Kane Williamson soaks in the pressure, and that's a treat to watch when Kane Williamson leads the side. So it's a really good side, and he and Shubman Gill would have also gotten the chance to pick brains of a guy like Kane Williamson, who is as cool as it gets in pressure situations, and that would have been a better way to sort out this leadership issue in the Gujarat camp, Nishant. So that's a that would have been a good move by Gujarat Titans, but now it's too late for them to make this move. So yeah, that brings us to the end of the IPL Week Six review, where we discussed all the performances that happened across these 6 weeks, these 6 days, and what happened with all the teams, which were the players that faltered, who were the players that shone in this season. So this was a great week in terms of the performances and what we saw in terms of bat versus ball. So again, bringing a semblance of reality and humbleness for the batters from all the teams. So this was a week of surprises, as well as finalization of the top four, top five, who are the contenders we see as probable winners or qualifiers. So yeah, it is the now the business end of the IPL.
Yeah.
So it would probably get more and more competitive from here on, and every match, along with the 2 points that it brings with it, it would bring a lot of permutations and combinations in terms of net run rates, what would be the impact on other teams. So now it gets into the nitty gritties of the mathematics that runs behind the points table, and a lot more pressure for all the teams that are gunning for maybe third or fourth position, because I see the top two are secured in terms of KKR and Rajasthan.
Yeah.
So the race is for the third and fourth position, in my opinion. What's your
Yeah.
opinion, Nishant, on this?
I think overall, a wonderful week of cricket we've had. There still can be few crazy things, as you rightly said. I think the first two spots are secured, but it's a game of craziness, as we call it, and the game of uncertainties. So anything can happen. Uh, there's still a long way to go for Lucknow and SRH, also CSK and Delhi. So all those things are up for debate, and I think whatever happens this season, this has been a great week for IPL, and an even contest between bat and ball, which is what we were hoping to see. And the next week is gonna be one of those weeks where this is going to be an amazing watch. So I think, yeah, this was the cricket castaway. I think this episode is a strange one because there's been a lot of technical problems that we have been facing with power cuts and things like that. So we probably keep jump in and out of the stream, but I think hope you like this episode. A lot goes into creating these and to share these episodes with you. Share our passion together. So I really request you to please like, share, and subscribe if you are till the end of this episode and you're watching it and you're liking the content that me and Divyansh are bringing you. And yeah, this is the Cricket Castaway. Hope to see you all soon, and hope the next week of IPL is a good one. So thank you all, and bye bye.